My name is Runa, written by Halche Vink, illustrated by Lisanne Termershausen, published by the Biblionef and Nicotan Foundation. Hello, my name is Runa. I'm standing at the gate of the Nicotan school. I see Nodi, Rahul, and Sad. They are playing with the other children in the garden. I have to smile at them a little bit. They play nice games together, and they are so kind to each other. It makes me so happy. I know how much fun it is to play and run with other children. Yet there are also children who cannot run fast because they have a disability. Some children cannot move their arms properly or their legs do not work. Also, it is sometimes hard for them to think and talk. I also have a disability. I have cerebral palsy. That is why sometimes my muscles do not do what I want them to do. Because of this, I cannot walk easily and I'm not able to speak clearly. But I cannot help it. I was born that way. I have to try harder to do some things, but this makes me strong. When I was 6 years old, just like Nodi, Rahul and Saad are now, I did not know about the Nicotan school. At that time, I lived at home in the village with my grandmother, my uncles and aunts, and other family members. Daddy had left us, and Mum had to travel all the way to Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh. Where Mum worked was too far away for her to come home every day. Grandma said, "Bring Runa to live with me." So that is what happened. At that time, I could not walk yet. Most children in Grandma's village were able to walk, even children who were much younger than me. That is why my uncle dug a ditch and put me in it. That way I was able to support myself on both sides and I managed to learn to walk. It was quite nice to live with Grandma. Only all the other children had a father and mother. Sometimes I shed tears about that. I miss my mum, my own sweet mum. Mum was able to come to Grandma's house once every 3 months. How nice it was to see her again. What a joy it was to hug her. Mum loved me very much, I was sure of that. Yet my disability also made it difficult for Mum. When I was young, people said to Mum, "You do not need to take care of such a child. She is crazy. We do not want her to play with our children. They are afraid of her." That was very hard for me, because if nobody wanted to play with me, and if everyone was afraid of me, what could I do? I was often alone in Grandma's house. I could not go to school because the teachers did not know how to teach me. I wasn't able to speak and walk properly, so they did not want to have a child like me at school. They said nobody wanted to sit next to me. Often when I walked outside and the kids in the neighbourhood saw me, they teased me and took things away from me. Sometimes they tripped me up on purpose, or they threw mud and stones at me and shouted, "You're crazy! You're crazy!" Then I ran into Grandma's house as quickly as I could. I held my hands over my ears. I did not want to hear that word. No, no, no. I am not crazy. My name is Runa. Crazy. That hurtful word made me so sad. Such deep sadness did not pass quickly. I had to be strong and rely on myself, and that is what I did. In Grandma's house, I had to cook and clean. I also helped in the garden. I had to carry bags of onions and potatoes. They could then dry in the sun. I found this work very hard as I could hardly lift the bags, but it was for my grandma, who loved me very much. There are also nice moments. When I looked outside at the end of the day, I saw children playing with a doll. Even though I was not allowed to play with them, I loved watching them. It made me happy. Sometimes, just sometimes, when I got clay from my uncle and played with it, The other children were curious and wanted to play with me. How special was that? I glowed with pride. I did not have much contact with other children, but sometimes my cousin came to visit. Then I was allowed to stop working and we played together for the rest of the day. There was also a picnic party with the whole family every year, children and grown-ups together. When my best friend Lippy came, it really was party time. I also went to her house. We went fishing and we cooked together. And after dinner, I got some makeup and put lipstick on, and I was able to try on Lippy's sari. It was then that I felt so happy. Sadly, it did not stay that way. There were many difficult days. When my sisters lived with my mother in Dakar and went to school, I had to stay with Grandma. It felt as if Mum was not sure what to do with me. She thought I could not learn. She seemed to forget that I also needed attention and love. Maybe she also thought I was a crazy child, just like everyone else around me. People even started to call me that. They forgot I had a name. My name is Runa. They had changed my name to Crazy Child. I noticed that my sisters were called by their names. They went to school and got new dresses. My sisters looked pretty and could wear makeup. They were able to walk and talk. They could do everything I could not do easily. At such moments I felt so jealous. Then my own thoughts frightened me. Still, every day I hoped it would get better. Sometimes it seemed as if it did. When there was a party after a cousin from the village got married, everyone was nice to each other, and to me too. Sometimes they even just called me Runa. Wow, that was a wonderful moment. But when the Eid festival came and everyone got a new dress, there was no new dress for me. I did not get one. Did I not have a pretty face too? People often said that I had beautiful long hair. Then why was I not able to have a new dress too? Did they think I did not matter? When I thought about it that night, I started to cry my eyes out. I cried like I had never cried before. I fell asleep crying. That night, I had a dream. A dream which I had very often during the day and sometimes at night. I dreamed that I went to school, that I learned how to read and write. But people saw that my body worked differently, but that I could do many things well. That I was almost like other children, and that everyone called me by my name, Runa. I woke up early in the morning, my face wet with tears, and I thought, I do not want to dream this. I want it to be real. A few years later, when I was 14 years old, my dream came true. I went to live with my mother again. Mum had heard that there were schools for children who needed a little more help because of a disability. One of those schools was the Nikatan school. And right there and then, I started to go to school. Of course, it was difficult at first, but the more I learned, the more confident I became. Also, I got my name back at school. Everyone called me Runa. Now I am a young woman. I'm 18 years old. I stand at the school gates and watch the children. It makes me happy because they play so sweetly together. I look beautiful. My long hair shines in the sun. I'm not afraid of anyone. I have learned so much. I'm able to take care of myself. I can stay at home alone. I'm now an assistant teacher. Life has made me strong. I can deal with it. Being different does not matter. Really, it's great that we are not all the same. I still dream. I dream that I will become a teacher for children who, with or without disabilities, go to the same school together. I also dream that one day I will be able to work with a computer. But I especially dream that there will be a day when all children can be themselves, that each child is called by his or her own name, and the word crazy disappears forever.